Hello, my friends. So I wanted to do just a little bit of theory today. I've been having a lot of fun in these live Zoom sessions, and I wanted to give you something to chew on since I like us to get into motion and get into the experience usually. So this is a moment for me to tell you just a little bit about one of the ancient ideas behind this practice. And as I'm always saying in our live classes, this is free will yoga, okay? I cannot be fundamentalist about this. I believe that we're each our own best authority, and it's scientific. You just got to test it, see how it works for you, see what works for you. So that being said, I wanted to introduce you to the three main, I don't know the right word for this. They're not even elements, they're beyond the elements. We know about 5 elements, but the mother of those 5 elements are 3 main types of intelligence. Let's use that word. And they are symbolized today by my 3 friends. I'm going to call them the Guna pigs. They're not guinea pigs, they're Guna pigs. These 3 energies, these 3 intelligences are called gunas. And the way we know them generally is if you think about the cycle of a day, the evening between 8 p.m. and about 5 or 6 a.m., really more like 4, that is the guna called tamas, T-A-M-A-S, tamas. That is the time of rest, of dark. That's actually the time when the seeds you've planted and watered are beefing up. That's actually when tissue is getting made. So tamas is low, it's wet, it's binding, it's earth making, and it shows up in our mood as heaviness, lethargy, and it also shows up as it's time for rest. So it has these different aspects, and we call that tamas. And then starting around 5 a.m. to about 8 a.m., we start to enter this in-between zone called sattva. And the sattva is awake, aware, but soft. It holds space. It integrates. Starting around 10 to 2, we have the hot time of the day. This is what we call rajas, R-A-J-A-S. And this is when the sun is pouring its radiance with the greatest velocity and volume and power. And this is that side of us that is active, that's go-getter, that has the fire of clarity to make a decision. And if you think about it, well, let's keep going through the day. So coming back to around 5 to 7 p.m., we're coming back into that sattvic time where we're starting to cool down, but we're not yet cold. Hey there, you're cool, you're cool. We're out in shared space here in front of Art Space on a Wednesday morning. Love it. So the sattvic comes back around sunset. So there's a reason we tend to want to practice before high noon or after high noon. Those sattvic times of day are when we can hold space. If you're a parent, that's that aspect of you that can stay well grounded in the middle of a tantrum. If you're an artist, it's that part of you that's able to step back from the work and not be thrown into praise or blame, but kind of sit and root. So we're working through these aspects of ourselves all the time. And from the way I talked about it, you might tend to think, well, I'm too tamasic and I'm too rajasic. I'm always one or the other. Well, the truth is that sattva is so connected to your tamas and your rajas. It's so connected that if you can really give yourself to the tamas and give yourself to the rajas aspects of yourself, sattva comes right online. If you will rest deeply, if you will earth your ideas, not just dream, think, sketch, but earth them. Choose one and earth it, right? That's our tamas. And if you will get your yayas out, shake things off, use your heat of intention, access your passion, do what heats you up, then this third little pig, the sattva pig is really interesting. So they're all equal, okay? They're different, but they're equal. Sattva pig can tell, because that's what it does. It's receptive and it knows. It can tell when one of the pigs is not getting its mud, its sunshine, its companionship. It's not getting what it needs. So I thought we would do just a really short meditation here so I can give you one example of how this becomes really concrete in our day-to-day life, okay? So you can be standing, you can be sitting, you can be lying down. This is going to be a short 2-minute meditation here. And I'd like you to just take a moment to let the breath come in and go out. Imagine it could wash down the body as you let the breath out. Imagine you could bring the breath in through the nose to the heart, and as you exhale, let it move down. And we're going to start with the tamas pig. So the way we'll do that here is just take a moment to feel the position of your head above the bowl of your pelvis. And from the pelvis, feel down the legs. So we'll take a couple of breaths to just feel this precious, physical, embodied, organ-filled self. Breathing into your physical self, deep to the bones. And start to feel the stillness of the ground beneath you, whether that's through your feet, the legs of your chair, the heft of your couch. However, you're able to notice that the earth itself is still. And now start to notice where your eyes are gazing. If the eyes are open, you might settle the gaze down in the direction of the tip of the nose and let your focus land and become still. We're starting to come into our rajas, our active body, our intentional body. Allowing the gaze to settle kindles and grounds the rajasic aspect of ourselves. Settling the gaze. And allow 3 breaths, just 3 breaths. Your ability to just watch the breath for 3 breaths is a rajasic ability. 1, 2, and 3. This is that aspect of the self that wants to pat you on the back when you do something that you intended to do. So mentally pat yourself on the back. And then finally, coming on into the Sattvic, take a moment to just feel the effects. Notice what it's like to be alive, right here where you are, with an open, curious, and affectionate tone. Even if there's some pain in the tamasic layer in the body, for example, for today I have some back pain across the back of my hips. The Sattvic doesn't shoo anything away. It's too spacious to need to do that. It says yes. Noticing what that was like to set my intention to watch just 3 breaths. Maybe it didn't work at all. Maybe my Rajasic attempts failed. This aspect of me says, yeah, okay, that was kind of hard. And then there is this very slight smile. Please don't think of this as a smile that's putting on a happy face. When the muscles of the face smile, what they're actually doing is making room. Think of it like a hand gently spreading, as though the face and the skull simply spread. Kind of like a parachute that opens, sheltering, making space. And then you'll just gently open your eyes and go on about the rest of your day, being this brilliant mix that you naturally are. So, thanks for tuning in for a little bit of theory today, and I hope all your piggies get to be who they are today. Thanks, y'all.